we're back here. Day 2, but I could have got done yesterday was what I had to do. It's kind of windy right now. Got my saws sharpened. Working on getting this one. I got it pulled over here. Started the pile over there. What we're gonna have to do is take the saws, cut that. Yesterday my saws was shot. I only had one good one cutting these big stuff right here. I've got that to cut, and I've got that one to recut. So, and then we got to go over and cut that one broken one and the other 2 small trees. So what we're probably gonna have to do is, it's windy enough to cause an issue, but also there's a big cow pasture out there. So kind of, I don't like doing it when it's windy. Luckily I didn't do the cutting yesterday when it was raining or windy. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take all this stuff we don't like much, and we can pile that up high but bring it out this way. So I always tell my customers, if I have to come back, then I'll come back with a machine on my free time because it's my fault for not planning a little better. But you experience everything as you go, so I didn't have nobody teach me none of this or the driveway work, so pads, clearing. So other than watching everybody else's videos, I watch a lot of TriStar Digging, Let's Dig at 18, Dirt Perfect. Who else? I watch a lot of theirs doing pads and stuff like that. So when I get this done, we're gonna go over there. There's a creek, literally that's why they stopped, because it's so wet. It's really bad. So I'm gonna have to come in and re-ditch it once it dries out a little bit more. My throat's itchy this morning. Excuse me. But we're gonna go ahead and get all this cleaned up. And I'm gonna take the mulcher. It was super wet, damp yesterday. So once I get all this cleaned up, all the chunks, and I'm gonna come back with the mulcher and like level it up with the mulcher and mulch everything up really fine, so that way he's going to have to come in and scratch it. So I'll have to come over here with him, so that way we can use a rake to rake back, so that way we can see the stumps. So, but yeah, so there was the only spot yesterday, and then that way when we start burning, that might burn some of that privet right there to keep it pushed back versus, you know, still staying green. So we're gonna get these logs up, get it cleaned up, and then I still got to mulch around some of those stumps over there. So I was letting it dry out for an extra day. That's why I kind of stopped where I was at yesterday, because it was just so wet and I was rutting up the yard. So now it's a little bit more damp, so it's pretty solid. So we got 2 trees over there, 3, and then we may try to burn that one. I'm not sure yet, but it's kind of windy. So you can see the leaves moving. So I don't know yet. I mean, that's been about a year old pile when I mulched up and raked it up, and it's been sitting for probably almost 2 years, year and a half, 2 years. So let's get to it. last little bit here, we're gonna mulch up all these little scraggly little crumbs here. Kind of messed everything up, so I'm gonna get in here and just kind of back drag everything. So we're gonna get started doing this. It's nice and warm. Gotta get some new knives ordered. Somewhat level. That way, when he comes in, he can grind a little better. But it also, all the little crumbs of the trees will look a little better as well. So. That way we kind of find the stumps a little bit. everything. I mean, it looks really good. But I was pretty happy how it turned out, because it looked like really like rutted up and dippy and wet and nasty, and we just went back and just kind of followed her footsteps, and we mulched a bunch over there. And all we got to do now is we're going to burn that left side. It's a little windy, but we've had so much rain, literally that over there is like ankle deep of water. But it's been dried out for, I think they said, over 2 years, and I think it'll go really good. So we're going to go start the fire on this one. And they said something about grappling, so I didn't think nothing about getting the grapple. So I'm going to take this back off, but we're going to let this cool down while we get that going. So then we need to go get the trailer, load up, and we got to do a small little dirt job tomorrow. So I'm pretty excited. We're dipping in a little bit of dirt work and stuff like that, kind of learning stuff as I go. So I watch, like I said, all those other people do dirt work and stuff like that. So I'm excited. So we got a bunch of work to do. We got a bunch of lot clearings. I think there's only like one of those, a bunch of mulching. So we're just got to get to it. Working full time, it's rough. But anyway, let's get that going, and we'll swap out, and we'll get the grapple again, and we'll bring those 2 small little trees, we'll pile it on there. All right, so they'll have a nicer view. Come back through, and there's some little clumpy. This is when I first started mulching, this was really wet too, because it kind of bowls. But come back through a little bit of rake once it dries out. And there's a rock right here too, so hurt my feelings when I hit it a while ago. But they're excited. I think Jeff and Laura watches my videos as well, so well, definitely appreciate y'all. And David, their dad passed away. Her dad passed away a few years ago. I think it was a few years ago. It may have been last year, but I can't remember. I don't even know my own birthday. But he loved me coming out here and mulching and doing a bunch of mulching. He loved it. But anyway, we got this over here mulched up, bunch of crumbs. Got that mulched up pretty good bit. It was dead. And then there's, I mean, look at that. A bit of everything. Right here is a stump. It's a big one. And that sucker's huge. This is the one we found the snakes under. Bunch of black snakes. Then we got that one over there. I try to get close to it, but I'll end up off in the creek and sling it on the driveway, and I don't want to do that. And then got that stump. And then there's a stump right here. There's a big one. I mean, they just had some big ones over here. And we got this one, which it was about as tall as I was. So look at it. Big. But we're fixing, there's another one right here. There's 2 right here. This is where most of it went, where they cut for the power lines. So now we just got to get the fire going, and got to go get the trailer loaded up, and we'll come back next week after it dries out, maybe, if we don't get a lot of rain this week. So we'll come back and burn that. But they had a big red-headed woodpecker that has been cussing me out since I've been here. But he'll fly to my truck or fly up on that stump where his house was at right over here, start cussing me out. But anyway, let's get the fire going, and then when we come back, hopefully it'll be burnt down, because I'm telling you, it's super dead dry. So we got the stumps over here. I got them cleaned up right there. Right there's one. I think there's one right over here. Can't remember. Yeah, right here. Here's part of the stump. I think it's, yeah, right here. So they tried to burn it. So anywho, let's get our boxes out. I got some boxes in here. My boy turned, so today is Saturday, so he turned 4 months old. So he's doing pretty good, growing like a weed. He's probably 27 inches long at 4 months. Got a bunch of boxes. I had a bunch in the garage, so got some hats. I started with 2 designs. It's got white around the machines to kind of like give it a pop, but then also have black ones too. So looks pretty good. So I'm probably gonna start selling hats too, so I'm not sure yet. I've enjoyed YouTube, and I'm just kind of wearing myself out working 7 days a week, working a full-time job. So but anywho, I like that little grinder. I mean, for what they are, done me a pretty good job on those tracks. Let's stuff to burn. Need this. We got 3 gallons of diesel left, so we should be good and all that. Let's get over there. We need to cut the rest of that stuff up and throw it in the pile too, so before we do anything else. This dust been choking up my allergies. We got her going. It's a little windy, but it's so wet over there. I mean, literally, it ain't gonna spreading out anytime soon. So you can tell by the ground how dark it is. But we're gonna let that smoke. I put several boxes in there and poured probably three gallons of diesel. 2.5, 3 gallons of diesel. That looks really good. The other side looks pretty good as well. That looks pretty good. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and get my trailer. No, I better take all that off. I don't know why I'm choking. But we're gonna go ahead and disconnect that since it's kind of had time to cool down. I had to cut that big log up and cut them in small chunks. That way I don't hurt my back. So that looks pretty good to me. So we'll be back to burn that pile. That shouldn't take too long. I mean, you grab something, it like just shatters. So it's that good dry stuff. So it's been sitting in the sun for a while, and it's been soaking wet. So there's a bunch of stumps in there. So I told them to burn it and just literally by the end of the day go out there and shuffle around, clean it more. That one's going to take a pretty good bit to burn it, so I'll probably do 5 gallons on it all over it. So hopefully by the end of the day or by the night, the next day it'll be nice and burned. So we're gonna go grab the trailer, but we're gonna go ahead and get that. There's only 2 small trees over there they want me to get, so let's go grab it real quick. Well, I forgot to show you the other where I pulled the other tree out. I mean, it was already broken. All I did was rip the stump out. I didn't want to rip them out, but also didn't want to go get my chainsaw, so I ended up going around it and breaking the stumps off. But it turned out a lot better than I thought it was going to be. And I was like, me and Chris, my other worker, we put a lot of wear down through here when we started clearing this area for this home site. So I need to figure out how to turn with it like a trailer without hitting my mulcher. This rotten crap freaking makes a freaking nightmare. Anywho, me and Chris pulled out a lot of logs down through here. Biggins, big old white oaks. I think that was one we borrowed my uncle's, like Kubota 57. Yeah, it's something else. I don't know how I'm gonna put that big old tree on there though. Stuff's not even wanting to stay in the tines. wish I had one of the buckets, but then again, the buckets limit you. I can barely see with a grapple. Trying to grab it without ripping the driveway up. Kind of is. Whoop, might fall off in the creek. Oh my gosh, this stuff's driving me nuts. Just keeps falling apart. Well, he's doing good a while ago. It's got a bunch of dirt in it from where it's been sitting for a while. That's kind of what everything breaks down into, which it's crazy when you think like all this mulch and stuff breaks into dirt. You mulch it up so much it looks almost like dirt. It's crazy how the physics work when you don't realize it or have like an interest in that kind of stuff. Stuff's about to drive me nuts. Can't grab it. It's about to break off again. I'm gonna get ill. Oh, there we go. I got it. Got it this time. Maybe I got it without ripping the driveway apart. Maybe it'll help spread it. Probably to put the bucket on and put some gravel on for them. Probably just going to have to pick it up side. That's pretty cool, is it pushed that other tree on the back side, or the way it kind of fits nice. All right, we're gonna get these chunks out of the road and then we're gonna put that bucket on. Oop, run one over. We'll pick this stuff up and then we'll get the bucket on. We'll grab some rocks and material to smooth this back out. All right, the cows are enjoying that little fire over there. I don't know if it's because they enjoying the warmth, because it's kind of chilly this morning or this afternoon. She's getting hot, that's for sure. So we got the driveway smeared out. I didn't really have to, but I wanted to. Let's get these little pieces of chunk out of here. It gets in their tire. But we're fixing to go grab the, thought somebody's behind me. Smells funny over here. But we got the driveway smeared out to kind of keep, because the water runs down and it just bellies right there. So once I get that, it'll sink down a little bit, so maybe it'll still trolley down in there. But we're fixing to put the bucket down, grab the grapple the bucket, and then put the mulcher up. We're gonna put it by the road and we'll walk back up and get everything ready. I did way more than I thought. I should have charged more, but it's after you break down the time and how much you done, how much you used, you really ain't making much. But that's pretty much every job, so it ain't no big deal. Live and learn. But we don't have a lot of income around here. I mean, people ain't got duplexes and 17 businesses they rely on, but we small town Alabama. But anyway, let's grab the truck real quick. That way I can go ahead and grease everything while I'm here before I head out. Some more chunks. But we're gonna get everything ready and then we'll get it next to the road, and when I get here I can just load up and go. Tell you one thing, this whole thing's shaking. I'm gonna shake my teeth out. the attachments on, get everything that we wanted to do extra for them ready. So we're about to drop this off over here, and then when I get back with a trailer, and we can just hop in and let it ride. So we should be good. Looks like the neighbor's got a little Kubota, brand new one, and a little mini skid, and everybody out here buying brand new stuff. Huh. But this one's sitting for 3 or 4 days, because every time I pass by, it's been sitting in the same spot. I still work full time. I can barely afford this. But anywho, we about to head on out, get everything ready, and come get it, and then we go to the next job tomorrow. And then we've got so many I've got to get done. I've just so much going on. But anywho, let's get it. All right, so we came back and got the trailer, and then got loaded up, chained down. Got me some the other day from Lowe's. It was like $6 or $7, $6.98. I should be sponsored by Sprayway. I'm gonna try to, because I've got 2 cans here. I usually keep 2 to 3 cans in here all times. We got 1 here. I guess I run out, and then I got 2 or 3 over there. So, and the microfibers, I buy a bunch of those. But anyway, we're loaded up, so we're gonna do a small job tomorrow, and we'll get going. My Lord, these are horrible. So almost $400 a tire. But anywho, so if you could like and subscribe, see you on the next one.